Since 2009, fitness model and actor Greg Plitt had uploaded more than 120 videos to his channel, where he pushed his audience to challenge their bodies, strengthen their minds, and leave behind a lasting legacy. His philosophy centered on extreme discipline and embracing every day as a chance to grow. As a West Point graduate and Army Ranger who had leapt from planes over 1,000 times during his military career, Greg wasn't just preaching, he was living proof of what it meant to face life head-on. Through his words and actions, he inspired hundreds of thousands of young men to push past their limits, embrace hard work, and seize life with both hands. But in 2015, tragedy struck. Greg was only 37 years old when he was killed by a Metrolink commuter train in Burbank, California. Witnesses say he had been filming a video for his website with 2 crew members at the time of the accident. According to reports, Greg may have been trying to capture a dramatic shot by outrunning the train, or perhaps he believed the oncoming train was on a separate track. Whatever the case, it appears he tripped and fell, unable to get up in time before the train struck him. Some accounts claim he was holding a camcorder in his hands, though this was never officially confirmed. In a haunting detail, a bystander snapped a photo of Greg standing on the tracks just moments before the tragedy.
He had on all black, the train went by, I saw him stumble over the tracks, he had a camcorder in his hand, something like yours, and then that was it, the train stopped.
And you didn't see, you just saw him walking across the track?
Well, I saw him stumble over the tracks as the train was going by, and then it stops right there.
To this day, no one knows for sure what Greg's exact intentions were that afternoon. What is clear, however, is that it wasn't his first time incorporating train tracks into his videos. In the past, he had been filmed doing push-ups between the rails, playing with fire, and daring fate by stepping aside at the last possible second as trains sped by. But in 2015, his luck ran out. Greg Plitt's life ended abruptly, but his message did not. He is still remembered as someone who lived boldly and fearlessly, and through the countless fans, friends, and family he inspired, his legacy continues to live on. James Stobbe, better known online as Stobbe the Hobo, was a YouTuber who gained a loyal following for his unique train-hopping videos. He traveled across the country by sneaking rides on freight trains, entertaining fans with his original piano playing, dry humor, and hilarious commentary on everything he encountered along the way. Train hopping has always been an extremely dangerous activity, with risks of falling, getting caught between cars, or being arrested. But those dangers never stopped Stobbe. On his channel of nearly 60,000 subscribers and just over 60 videos, he documented his raw experiences riding the rails. In the comments of his uploads, some viewers even shared stories of meeting him in bars, at first doubting his wild claims of hopping trains, only to later discover his adventures were very real through the incredible footage he posted from places like Palm Beach to Jacksonville. His love for travel, adventure, pizza, and a cold beer shone through in every video. Sadly, his journey came to a tragic end on November 8, 2017, when Stobbe lost his life in a train-related accident in Baltimore. Because of limited media coverage, the exact circumstances of his passing remain unclear. Some reports suggest he may have fallen from an overpass, while others claim his backpack was caught by a passing Amtrak train as he stood on a bridge. The uncertainty surrounding his death led many fans to request more information from the Baltimore Police Department, but authorities asked for privacy out of respect for his family. As of 2024, the full details of what happened that day are still unknown. But one thing is certain, Stobbe Hobo died while doing what he loved most, living freely and riding the rails. His legacy continues to inspire thousands who admired his boldness, humor, and ability to turn a dangerous lifestyle into a lasting story. Guyver Beach is a hidden white sand stretch just north of Sennen Cove in West Cornwall, England. Tucked away behind winding roads and rolling sand dunes, it's easy to miss if you don't know where to look. But for one adventurous YouTuber, Jacob Cockle, it was home, and the backdrop for the daring stunts that defined his life. In 2011, Jacob launched his YouTube channel, Whirlpool Hitman, where he shared footage of his extreme adventures. From cliff jumping and cave exploration to big wave surfing and whirlpool swimming, his videos quickly captured attention. His bold stunts earned him features in major surfing magazines and even recognition from outlets like the Sunday Times and National Geographic. The channel grew to nearly 50,000 subscribers, with fans drawn to Jacob's fearless energy and willingness to push boundaries. One of his favorite challenges was swimming inside whirlpools. While most people would never dare, Jacob often filmed himself circling these powerful natural vortices, sometimes even tossing random objects into the spinning water just to watch them disappear. He knew the risks. A whirlpool's swirling current can drag a person under in seconds. But for Jacob, the thrill was worth it. On May 28, 2013, the whirlpool at Haley Estuary surfaced once again, just as it did a few times each year. Jacob was determined to capture it on film. Excited, he rushed to his friend, artist David Rain, and convinced him to come along and record the stunt. David had worked with Jacob before, and despite the obvious dangers, agreed to help. That day, Jacob brought along a quirky prop to make the video stand out, a horse mask. Slipping it on, he dove into the swirling water. For several minutes, he let the current carry him around the whirlpool's edge, skillfully avoiding being pulled under. At one point, he even remarked to his friend that swimming in a whirlpool felt similar to surfing. It was all about flowing with the movement of the water. The two filmed for nearly half an hour, capturing Jacob's daring performance from every angle. Eventually, David suggested they had enough footage and encouraged Jacob to climb out.
I reckon you got enough there.
Riding the current of it with your body.
Are you?
Yeah, it's really similar to surfing. Just flowing with it. That was pretty scary.
You got enough?
I should really make the most of it. I don't know what else to do.
Instead of climbing out, Jacob asked David to hand him his stick-mounted GoPro so he could capture one final round of underwater footage before calling it a day. Moments later, he slipped beneath the surface. At first, David waited calmly, expecting his friend to resurface, as he always had. But as the seconds stretched on, worry began to creep in. He shouted Jacob's name, scanning the water for any sign of him. There was no answer. Panic set in, and David sprinted to the other side of the quay, where the current carried the water into a small pool. That's when he saw him. Jacob was floating face down, motionless. In that instant, David knew his fearless friend was gone. The news of Jacob's death shocked his friends, family, and the growing community that had admired his daring spirit online. He was only 28 years old. In March 2014, his final video was uploaded to YouTube, ending with a haunting caption, "Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever." His funeral was so packed that the church could not hold all who came to pay their respects. Dozens more stood outside, gathering together to honor the man who had lived his life without fear, an adventurer who had chased the thrill of the unknown until his final moment. 1 year later, the harbor where Jacob filmed so many of his breathtaking stunts was renovated. The whirlpool that had both inspired and ultimately claimed him disappeared forever, leaving behind only memories of the young man who dared to dance with danger and lived more fully in 28 years than most people do in a lifetime. Albert Darlund was a Danish actor and YouTuber best known for his comedy sketches and music videos. Since 2016, he had uploaded more than 220 videos to his channel, earning the love of over 170,000 subscribers. In 2018, he even starred in the comedy film Team Albert, which followed the life of a high schooler chasing YouTube fame. The movie became a success, winning the Blockbuster Audience Award at the 2019 Danish Film Awards. On July 28, 2021, Albert was hiking Mount Sisita in the Italian Alps with friends while filming new content for his channel. Earlier that day, he posted an Instagram story showing the breathtaking scenery around him. But tragically, while recording a video on his phone, Albert slipped and fell more than 600 feet down the mountain. A rescue helicopter was immediately dispatched, but he was pronounced dead at the scene. Mount Sisita is part of the Dolomites, a dramatic limestone mountain range known for its sheer cliffs and sudden drop-offs. Investigators later revealed that Albert and his friends had been hiking a route connecting two peaks, but it's still unclear what exactly happened in the moments before his fatal fall. In the aftermath of his death, fans across the world flooded social media with condolences, calling him a Danish YouTube icon and one of the country's most beloved creators. With more than 90 million views on his channel, Albert had left a lasting impact on both Danish and international audiences. His passing was not only a devastating loss for his fans and loved ones, but also a sobering reminder of the risks that come with filming in extreme environments. To this day, Albert Deerlund is remembered for his humor, talent, and the joy he brought to millions through his work.